We are here in Wodonga, so we're right at the bridge on the causeway.
We're just here in Wodonga supporting the locals and understanding the extent to which people's lives out here have been destroyed due to these arbitrary border closures.
Tim Quilty is here, which I'm really impressed by. He said he would come, and here he is. So you're saying that they gave you pretty last-minute instructions?
Yeah, absolutely. And they're still mixed up. So we had yesterday the Premier's office was saying people in the New South Wales bubble can't leave the Victorian bubble, and the Health Department was saying people in the New South Wales bubble can leave the Victorian part and go to the rest of the city. And I think we've established now that they can. They're just not encouraging them to. So
okay, really a disgrace that Australia is being split apart like this. I understand that you're running for a federal seat in the next election. How does this impact you with that?
Okay, so provided our application is processed in time with the AEC, and provided my personal application is approved by the AEC, then yes, I will run in the Senate for the next federal election. And doing so, it's important to understand the issues not just in metropolitan Melbourne, but all around Victoria, anywhere from Gippsland to Wodonga. So that's why I'm here, out talking to people, meeting people, understanding their issues, unlike the other politicians that rely solely on their brand name to get them elected. So that's what I'm doing.
If you were in control of this government, would you let the borders ever close again?
No, the borders would never close. Australia is a federation and was never designed to have internally closed borders whatsoever. So no, it's a simple matter of human rights. We're all Australians, and we have the right to manage our own risk, whether it's a pandemic, the flu, or some other type of epidemic. It should be our determination where we go, what we do, and that determination shouldn't be made by the government. Simple as that.
We're losing our freedom. Our forefathers fought for our freedom, and we're losing it rapidly, and I think they'd turn over in their grave, to be perfectly honest. Yeah. But we shouldn't be forced to do anything. We should have freedom of movement, free will, freedom of speech, which they're taking away from us, and it's evident in the capital cities, Melbourne and Sydney, as to being tackled to the ground and all that sort of stuff and being arrested. That's just treasonous, and we want to take our country back. The politicians don't deserve to be where they are, the major parties. And now that RDA has a political party, I think we're going to do really good.
That's the plan. This guy here has driven 45 minutes to be here?
That's exactly right.
Why would you bother?
Why would I bother?
Yeah.
Because enough's enough. It's time to make a stand up here in the beautiful northeast Victoria, and yeah, basically get active, get our communities active. So I'm from a small town called Myrtleford, and up in our area we need to get active, and this is why I'm here today, to speak to yourself and Morgan and get things cracking.
Don't worry, I'm recruiting him to be a volunteer for RDA.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Awesome. So Myrtleford, you'll see this guy around. If you live in that area, we'll start promoting stuff. I know you're in the border bubble,
yes,
right? So you can go back and forth, it's not really a problem. But
that's right.
How does it affect, does it affect you at all, or does it affect people that you know, or can you explain that to us?
It mostly affects small businesses, and if they close the schools down, that's even harder for people who work. The small businesses, if they live in Albury or they live in Wodonga and their business is over the border, they've got to allow extra time to get across the border through the checkpoint, especially coming from New South Wales. There's a business in Wodonga who I interviewed last year when we had the March rally, and it took them an extra almost an hour through peak hour traffic in the morning to get to their business. So they could only work between certain hours so that they could get back to their kids in Albury. And that was just totally inappropriate. They had to cut down their days. She almost had to give up working with a hubby in their business and go back to aged care to boost the income, because they were going under.
Here to support the people of Wodonga today. Everybody in Victoria is important, and the government is playing games with people's livelihoods. As you can see, we've been speaking to a lot of locals here, and many people have had their lives destroyed, income lost. These politicians, a small group of people sitting in Parliament making these decisions for everybody else, no detriment to their paychecks, nothing like that, and they have no regard for the lives destroyed in the process. They would rather save face than to make bold decisions to improve people's livelihoods and freedoms.
So we're coming up to the border, just over here. So It's close to the road. We're gonna have to stop. Like, so weird. So weird. We're not free. So weird. We're not free. Really sad. So is this it?
I think technically that's the border.
So it is perfectly legal for this woman to stand there, but if she takes another step forward, she's breaking the law. Work that out, people.
I could quarantine for 2 weeks because
One step further.
on that side it's diseased and on this side it's not. Yeah.
Work that. You can't cross there. Doesn't matter.
Basically, we the people need to stand up. Our freedoms and our rights and our beautiful country's getting taken away from right under our eyes, and if we don't stand up together, I think this could actually unite us in a way. I think that people need to look at it in a different way, rather than the doom and gloom. If we stand together as Aussies, I think we can really overcome this evil that we're seeing.
Hey, my type of guy. See, I always try to end on a hopeful note. You did it for me, perfect. New South Wales is waking up.
Yes, they are.
People are waking up. Every time, remember, every time the governments do something stupid, more people wake up.
Yes.
People don't go back to sleep. When you wake up, you don't go back to sleep.
No.
Like, there's no going back.
What our purpose is to empower people, to show them that we're supporting them and that they can join us
Yeah.
to empower others
That's right.
and speak out, because we want our rights back.
Yeah.